Today I have for you about a 10-minute yoga sequence that is great for working a little bit on balance, stretching the hips, taking some forward folds and some back bends, so warming up the spine. All you need really is yourself and the ground. If you happen to have a yoga block or a sturdy book, have that nearby, but it's not critical that you have it. We're going to begin in mountain pose, finding a position that allows you to feel stable and strong, really rooting down through your feet. More weight in the heels than in the toes. A little softness in your knees. Moving on up, shoulders are relaxed, away from the ears. And then think about growing tall through the crown of your head. Just spend a couple of moments right there. Okay, let's tune into our breath as a true yogi. Go ahead and place one hand on your abdomen, one hand on your heart. Maybe you close your eyes or at least soften your gaze, maybe by looking down. And take a few rounds of gentle, natural breath in and out. Take one more smooth breath in. Equally smooth breath out. If your eyes were closed, slowly opening them and lower your hands by your sides. We'll start with what are called some half sun A's, sun salutations. We're going to be folding forward. We're going to take some slight back bends. So from your mountain pose, breathe in and bring your arms up. Breathe out and fold forward. Take it nice and slowly. Take a nice breath in and come up halfway and place your hands on your thighs. As you breathe out, come to standing. Breathe on in, arms up, and breathe out, hands to heart center. I'll show you that from the side. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and exhale, and inhale, and an exhale. Let's do that one more time. Really reach your arms up and then fold forward. You can always bend into those knees. Head is heavy. Take a nice breath in as you come up halfway. Let that breath go as you stand. One more breath in. Maybe you back bend a little bit more. And breathe out. Hands to heart center. Pause right here. Just notice how your spine, how your back feels. Lower your arms by your sides. We're going to do a little stretching for the hips, and then we'll move into Warrior Two and Peaceful Warrior. Without the block, I want you to stand primarily on your left leg, a little softness in that left knee. Feel free to have a chair or a wall near you. And we're going to take the right leg out to the side, toes pointing straight ahead. Just take that leg out and bring it in. Again, softness in the standing leg as you slowly take the opposite leg out to the side. It's not going to go very far. Notice the outer hip, especially of the moving leg, but you might also feel it in the standing leg. Okay, come to stillness. Here's the point where you might stand on a yoga block or a book. Again, having the wall or a chair nearby. Press down into that foot as you lift the other leg off the ground. See how my hips are nice and even here. I'm not leaning one way or the other. And then we're going to take that leg forward and back. Standing up as tall as you can, as straight as you can with your torso. So we don't want to be doing this. And you might start to feel a stretch here in the front of the hip. Do that a few times, as many times as feels good for you. If you don't have the block, you can certainly do it with both feet on the ground. This just makes it a little bit easier to move the swinging leg. We'll step off Move the block to the side. Come back to your mountain pose. I'm going to do this from the side so we can move into our warrior two and our peaceful warrior. Breathe in, bring your arms up. Breathe out, hands to heart center. Take a nice breath in, and as you breathe out, step your left leg back. We're going to press into the pinky side edge of that back foot, that left leg. It's at an angle. And then we're going to take a nice breath in, and as you breathe out, let your hips sink down. Notice how that invites a bend to the front knee, to the right knee. So take a few moments to settle into the leg portion of this pose. You might need to scoot some toes forward or back. You might need to take your legs wider. Once you feel nice and strong, arms open up. Warrior two. Soft shoulders. You can take your gaze in different directions here. Maybe you open and close your hands. Warm up those fingers. Gaze comes back over the front fingers. Breathe in, turn that right palm up towards the sky, lower the left arm as you paint the sky coming into your peaceful warrior. See if you can keep a nice bend in the right knee. You can experiment with your gaze here as well. See what feels good for your neck. Take a breath in as maybe you stretch a little bit more. Breathe out back to your warrior two. Breathe in, palm up. Breathe out, peaceful warrior. Another inhale. Exhale back, warrior two. Hands on hips. Find your way back up to your mountain pose. And give everything a shake. All right, let's do that hip stretch on side two, and then we'll take the warrior poses on side two. Again, this block will be optional. Have a wall nearby. We're going to first start by taking the leg out to the side, so you actually don't have to stand on anything for this first part. Mountain pose, so feel nice and strong here. Most of the weight in, for me, it's my right leg. A little bend in that knee, holding on to something if needed. Toes straight ahead, and take the left leg out to the side. Notice where you're feeling any stretch or sensation. Most likely it's going to be on the outer hip here and maybe the outer hip of the standing leg. Make sure you're breathing in and out. Great, lower that leg down. Here's the option of maybe stepping onto your book or block. You want to keep both feet down, press into the foot that's on the book or the block, let the other leg lift up, check in, see if your pelvis is tilting one way or the other, and try to invite a nice even hip position here. Holding on as needed. It does not compromise the pose at all, so don't feel like you have to do this while balancing. A little softness in that standing knee, and the leg swings back and forth. Standing up tall, try not to let your torso come forward, just to help maximize the stretch that you feel. Come to stillness, step down. Let's do our warrior series on side two. You can turn and face the opposite side of your mat. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, hands to heart center. Take a nice breath in, and then as you breathe out, step back. And take warrior two on side two. Take a few moments here to settle in. Now you've got a bend in the left knee, pressing into the pinky side edge of your right foot. When you're ready, arms open into warrior two. Shoulders are relaxed. Experiment with your gaze. Maybe forward, maybe back. Take a breath in and turn that left palm up. Peaceful warrior. Inhaling. Exhaling back to warrior two. Inhale, palm up. Exhale, peaceful warrior once again. Breathing in. Exhale. Warrior two, hands on hips. You can toe heel your feet together, whatever you need to do to come to mountain pose. Arms at your sides. Perhaps one hand on your heart, one hand on your abdomen. Breathing gently right here. Lowering your hands. If the eyes were closed, opening them up. That concludes our practice. Namaste.